Imagine someone you trust, a mentor, a leader, a protector. Now imagine finding out that trust was shattered in the most horrifying way imaginable. Today, we uncover the shocking story of Antwone Washington, a respected high school football coach whose actions revealed a chilling double life. Behind his facade of mentorship and leadership lay secrets so dark they've left an entire community reeling. What happens when the person responsible for guiding the next generation becomes the very danger they should be shielded from? This is a case of betrayal, manipulation, and unimaginable horror. And it's a story you won't want to miss. Before we dive into the grim details of this case, take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to True Crime Files. Your support helps us bring more gripping stories like this to light, exposing the truth and amplifying the call for justice. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Ready? Let's get started. Valley High School in Nevada, a place where dreams are nurtured, where young athletes push their limits to chase aspirations of victory and success. Among the staff was Antwone Washington, a man many trusted to guide the school's football team to greatness. A seasoned coach, a mentor, a leader, or so it seemed. Washington wasn't just any coach. To his players and their families, he was a source of inspiration. His larger-than-life personality and the respect he commanded painted the picture of a man dedicated to shaping the next generation of athletes. Parents entrusted their children to him, believing he would help them achieve their full potential. For years, it seemed that's exactly what he was doing. But beneath the accolades and the adoration lay a sinister reality, one no one could have imagined. In 2024, that carefully crafted facade began to crack, and the truth behind Antwone Washington's actions came to light. Whispered concerns turned into concrete allegations, and the community was shaken to its core. Washington was arrested on 9 felony charges, including child pornography, sexual seduction, kidnapping, and contacting a minor for sex. The victim? A student under the age of 16, a girl whose trust was betrayed in the most horrific ways imaginable. According to investigators, Washington used his position of authority to manipulate and exploit his victim. The relationship allegedly began in early 2024, behind closed doors and away from prying eyes. The community that once celebrated him now questioned how such horrors could have gone unnoticed for so long. Prosecutors revealed damning evidence, videos, photographs, and confessions. Some of the most disturbing acts were said to have taken place on school grounds, in his office, within the boys' locker room. The very space, meant to symbolize teamwork and trust, became the setting for acts of betrayal and abuse. During court proceedings, Chief Deputy District Attorney William Rolls described the horrifying extent of Washington's crimes. Rolls stated, "It's not a matter of if Mr. Washington is convicted in this matter, it's only a matter of what he's convicted of and for how long." The victim's initial reluctance to come forward was rooted in fear. Fear for Washington's family, fear of the judgment she might face, and fear of what revealing the truth could mean for her life. But her bravery in breaking her silence was what ultimately exposed Washington's monstrous actions. This case is more than just a legal battle. It's a sobering reminder of the importance of vigilance and accountability, especially in spaces where trust is paramount. How could a man in such a prominent role exploit his position so heinously? And how do we, as a society, ensure that no other child endures such betrayal? Before we dive deeper into the twists and turns of this case, we want to hear from you. What steps do you think schools and communities can take to protect their students better? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you're finding this story as crucial as we do, take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to True Crime Files. Your support helps us bring these stories to light and spark important conversations about justice and accountability. Turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. As we continue to uncover the chilling details of Antwone Washington's double life, let's remember the importance of community vigilance. Sometimes, the most trusted figures hide the darkest secrets. Stick with us as we unravel this shocking case and explore the quest for justice that lies ahead. The story of Antwone Washington, the now infamous high school football coach, is a chilling reminder of how power and trust can be manipulated to devastating ends. As the community continues to grapple with the betrayal, the details of his crimes paint a harrowing picture of calculated abuse and exploitation. In this segment, we delve deeper into the horrifying revelations, the evidence presented, and the legal proceedings that are unfolding. By all outward appearances, Antwone Washington was a dedicated coach and a pillar of the Valley High School community. He was a husband, a father, and to many, a role model. But his dual life began unraveling in early 2024 when allegations surfaced from an unlikely whistleblower. His victim. This brave young girl, a student under the age of 16, had been manipulated into a secretive relationship that spanned months. She initially hesitated to come forward, fearing the impact on Washington's family and the judgment she might face. But the truth could not stay hidden forever. Investigators discovered videos that left no room for doubt. These were not just recordings of illegal acts. They were testimonies to a pattern of abuse and dominance Washington inflicted upon his victim. One of the most disturbing pieces of evidence was a video showing the young girl bound and gagged, appearing unconscious as Washington committed unspeakable acts. Another showed him urinating on her, a vile display of control and degradation. Chief Deputy District Attorney William Rolls revealed that Washington had also confessed to possessing inappropriate photos of other young girls. He told police he had a fetish for seeing these girls in his home and referred to himself as their daddy. This wasn't just a crime, it was a systematic abuse of trust and power. During his court appearance, prosecutors painted a grim picture of Washington's actions. Rolls, speaking with palpable anger, asked the court a poignant question. Is being a mentor urinating on a child? Is being a mentor gagging a child and having sex with her? These words struck a chord, emphasizing the extent of Washington's betrayal. Despite the overwhelming evidence, Washington's public defender argued for leniency, highlighting his lack of a prior criminal record and suggesting there was no evidence of physical assault. Yet Washington's own confession to police told another story, one of premeditated abuse. The timeline of this case is as disturbing as it is detailed. According to reports, the abuse began in early 2024, shortly after Washington identified his victim. The girl, likely seeking guidance and mentorship, found herself caught in a web of manipulation. Washington's crimes escalated quickly, moving from inappropriate messages to physical acts, some of which occurred on school grounds. The police investigation uncovered that one of the videos was filmed in Washington's office within the boys' locker room. This revelation shocked the community, as it highlighted the audacity with which Washington carried out his crimes, even in spaces meant for safety and trust. As news of Washington's arrest spread, the Valley High School community was thrown into turmoil. Parents questioned how such actions could go unnoticed for so long, while students expressed feelings of betrayal and fear. Principal Kimberly Perry Carter, in an email to parents, assured them that Washington had been placed on leave and barred from campus. However, questions lingered. How could someone with such a public role hide such sinister actions? And were there signs that had been overlooked? For many, these questions remain unanswered. But what's clear is that Washington's actions have left a permanent scar on the community. The legal battle ahead is set to be long and complex. Washington faces 9 felony charges, including child pornography, sexual seduction, kidnapping, and contacting a minor for sex. These charges carry significant prison sentences, and prosecutors are determined to see justice served. But beyond the legal ramifications, this case has sparked broader conversations about accountability in schools. How can institutions better protect their students? How can we prevent individuals like Washington from gaining positions of power and influence? Perhaps the most powerful aspect of this case is the bravery of the victim. Despite her fears, she chose to come forward, knowing the backlash she might face. Her courage has not only exposed Washington's crimes, but also highlighted the importance of listening to and believing survivors. If there's one takeaway from this case, it's this: we all have a role to play in safeguarding our communities. If you suspect abuse, report it. If you're a survivor, know that your voice matters. And if you're watching this video, remember, change begins with awareness. Before we continue, take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments. How can schools and communities improve their systems to prevent tragedies like this? Let's start a conversation that leads to real solutions. And if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to True Crime Files. Your engagement helps us bring these stories to light and push for justice. As we come to the close of today's case, it's time to reflect and engage. Antwone Washington's actions have shaken an entire community, leaving behind questions that demand answers and lessons we must learn. But now, we want to hear from you. What do you think could have been done differently to prevent this tragedy? Should schools implement stricter vetting processes for staff? Or is it about creating more safe spaces for students to report concerns? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And let's talk about the victim's courage. How can we, as a society, better support survivors of abuse? What resources or changes would make the most difference in ensuring their voices are heard and their safety prioritized? Your perspective could spark ideas for real change, so don't hesitate to share. If you or someone you know is facing abuse, remember, help is available. The hotline number on your screen is a lifeline for those in need. Don't wait. Reach out and take that first step towards safety and healing. You are not alone. Cases like this remind us of the importance of vigilance and accountability. It's not just about recognizing signs of abuse. It's about fostering a culture where victims feel empowered to speak up and where predators are held accountable without delay. Here at True Crime Files, our mission is to shed light on stories that demand justice and awareness. If you found today's episode impactful, take a moment to show your support by hitting the like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to stay updated on all our latest content. Together, we can keep these critical conversations alive. Before you go, think about sharing this video with someone who might benefit from hearing this story. Awareness is the first step toward change, and you have the power to make that happen.